This is Rocky Mountain Race Week 2026.
And I got smoke coming into the tower here.
Super nicely working with QA1 on this deal. I'm not going to admit defeat yet. I'm not putting that in it, but I have got one. Alright, we're heading out in a car wash. This is the great thing about Rocky Mountain. This is pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So no, temporary. Don't worry about that. Does bank shifty burnouts?
Yeah, we borrowed this truck from some nice people that let us pay for it, but we're not going to say who they are.
Giant anti-roll bar in the back, tucked up nice and high, the links welded to the tubes. Alright, so campground fixes. Overheating when coming up the mountain last night, so air ducting on the top. OG roadkill, pulling stuff like this out, make it run drive. Insane. Alright, so I flew into Nashville International Airport, which is fantastic. Taylor and Haley picked me up, which is great. We went on to Sig the Mag Speedfest, so we got to watch the jet cars in the tower, which is really cool. Normally I see them from the ground level behind the tower at Santa Pod, so to see them from the tower perspective was really cool.
Mustang on the left-hand side, the BT Cruiser on the right-hand side. Roll up slowly, get him into those three-stage beams. One side is ready, and we're ready. And a whole shot on the right-hand side of the BT Cruiser. Can the Mustang answer as they head towards the finish line? Looks like the Mustang will get there first and does out of over 146 miles an hour.
Racing, watching a good friend of mine, Austin Grimes, with the white fox body. We put a bit of a hot tune up in the thing and stood the thing on the bumper, but it came down with no damage, and honestly it looked really badass. There's some great photos of it, which is awesome. Into watching Kyle's brother Adam, which is amazing, in his gorgeous black SM95, and also watching a good friend of mine, Jesse Hazlitt, who I usually race with in Tenno, in Dragon Drive. However, he had switched to like a limited street class, I think, where he was running like low 9s, which is amazing to see. That car is very, very capable. He did stand the thing on the bumper and come down pretty hard where it damaged an oil pan and a subframe, so he managed to get that fixed pretty quickly and was back out with us on Rocky Mountain Racing later. So this is really cool. We've got lasers here and they are projecting the SICK logo on the trees in the background. The Beach Bend Raceway here. How amazing is this? And these two machines here. So cool. We spent the following day travelling back from Bowling Green back to Huntsville and then sort of chilling out. I was a bit jet lagged, everyone was tired from spending a couple of days racing, so yeah, it was a nice time just to chill. We took Carl's motor apart and didn't really find a whole ton wrong with it, which was strange. We had like 3 holes with 0 compression, and so yeah, pulled the heads off, couldn't see anything wrong. Carl did slap a stock head on the motor and got all the compression back, so dropped off to the machine shop and we'll see what they find.
This doesn't look suspicious.
No, it doesn't really. Huge thanks to QA1 for supplying the new double adjustable coilovers for my Dragon Drive car and Deatschwerks. The part numbers for these kits on my car are RCK52407 for the rears and HD01-12200 for the fronts. I also had the thrust bearing kit, which is part number 7888-110. First thing I noticed right at the box was how well packaged everything was. They were very well sorted into little bags, and the installation instructions were very well written with diagrams on how to assemble these in the right order. First steps was to remove the old worn out stock suspension. Always be careful when removing coil springs from a vehicle as they can be under a lot of tension, so make sure you do things in the right order and be very careful, do not hurt yourself. I started with the rear coilovers. These are true coilover setup, unlike the divorced shock and spring setup. Changed the mount on the axle tube with the one that QA1 supply. When I assembled the coilovers, I chose to have about a 1/4 inch of preload on the spring just to try and get the car as low as possible. I did also go back and anti-seize the threads of the coilovers once they were all assembled, and I got everything set just so it helps with the longevity of the coilover itself. Got the car all aligned with all the tools and spare parts and the roof tent on. I did raise the rear ride height just a little bit as it was a lot more weight than we first anticipated, but once that was sorted, the car drove amazingly. It wasn't harsh at all like other coilover brands that I've used. The adjustability was amazing, coupled with the giant drag racing anti-roll bar that we have in the back. The car launches and drives straight, it never spins the tyre and performs flawlessly on the track. I put around 3,000 miles on this car in 12 days, a lot of that was fully loaded. These coilovers performed perfect on day 1 and day 12, 3,000 miles later. No loose bolts, all the adjustments still worked amazingly, and they performed absolutely out of this world. Huge thanks to Q1 for supporting me and this car on my adventures. Hashtag go drive it. Stand this way, at least then you can see me. I'm working away on the car. The suspension is in thanks to QA1. Hold on. That's a bit better. Yeah, so suspension's in thanks to QA1. See, car is still on the hoist right now. We are doing front brakes. We have Taylor sold me these aerospace performance brakes. But the problem is this fitting was obviously damaged and repaired, but to a different thread pitch size. So that was the plug that came out of it. And obviously that's what's got to go in it, or this one's got to go in it. So yeah. So I'm just going to thread tape this side in, get this side sorted. Taylor's going to get bolts because we had to cut the knuckle here and here to get the bracket to fit, which is this. It goes on, not that way obviously. The bolt goes in there, bolt goes in the top, but we've got no nuts for the back, so Taylor's going to get them. We'll have to space it because see. Yeah, so we'll have to slightly space around there, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there gradually. Well, that's not good. These are loose. Oh yeah, okay, well that's a problem. Thankfully, we're changing this. The radiator is all sorted. We've got the bung welded in for the cooling compressor. And then, yeah, this one is starting and sorting, BTFE taping. Then it can go in for the last time. We have a new lower rad support, which is cool. It's been modified so they brought the mounts down like an inch, which is sweet. And yeah, you can see how massive this transcooler is in this car. This intercooler is great. I don't have any problems with IETs, but that's like way too big. It only gets warm like up to here, and then this is all cold, and obviously it blocks all the airflow from the front because that's all intercooler and then that's all transcooler. So yeah, got to put the headlight back in it. I did all the stuff to fill these, but that's not here and probably won't be here by the time I leave. Yeah, this side's all done. See, this disc is in. Obviously, we've got to get it out again, so things didn't mount. What we got going on at the back? So this looks gangster now, which is great. Drive shaft is out. Funny story, those 4 bolts on that flange, they were all loose, which is not great. But we have Mark Williams pieces. Drive sensor ring is loosely in here, so we've got to get this bolted down to get the sensor either here or the other side. There's another wing on the other side of the diff. That's sorted. That mount's got to go because you can already see it's not it's going to be low, so that's going. The box stops are going on the other side. So yeah, we're getting there. And we noticed somebody, I don't know who, left all this burnout rubber inside the wheel tops. So yeah, attempted to peel stickers off and it peeled the paint off. So later on we'll heat gun it and they should come off pretty good. We shall see. But we've still got the sponsors: Edelbrock, Deatschwerks, WAF Racing at the front, and then QA1 obviously somewhere. I don't know where they're going now on a new design. But yeah, we are getting there. The last things we have to do is, well, the last things, there's a ton of things. that's been mounted at the back. We've got the cable, the chute handle, which is great. Fitting kit and stuff, the little billet piece that goes over the end of the cable to stop it from catching the bag. There's the right sensor, the window net. We've got the window net mount in this box. And yeah, there's a ton more stuff. I have got new stuff from Edelbrock, which is great. So this is the coil set. So I've got fast coils, which is fantastic, fast XR. So they're all going to go on, but I'm going to end up doing that at Edelbrock in Memphis, which is cool. Got a new plug wire set, sweet. And then this is a fitting kit for these coils. We're waiting on a set of valve covers, really nice billet comp cam valve covers, but they're not here. So we're going to go to Edelbrock and pick them up. But yeah, we're gradually getting there. Another obviously box driven. I'm not going to change it here because we only changed it in Orlando, so it's not actually that old, the oil, so we're going to leave it. We are switching from the drag lights. So we had a thing, obviously you've seen we've got 5 lug on the back, 5 lug on the front. We've still got 4 lug on the back because no one will drill our axles. So we've got to definitely change the front, which I have up here. Which, huge shout out to Carl Buntley, thank you for these wheels. I believe they're off Haley's car, correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to run those basically all week because I don't have another set, and they're fine. They should be absolutely fine for what I'm doing. I'm not turning a trailer or anything like that. So, and it also means that so less thing to do at the track, changing wheels. I'm going to be sticking with the radials on a set of drag lights, and then I have the old ones which I destroyed on 6th week because I was doing too many burnouts everywhere. So I don't know what the discoloration is, but yeah, they're pretty much bald. There's nothing there. So we'll do new ones of those from somewhere somehow, but they'll get me down the road. Not bother right now. And yeah, fan shroud. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of little bits that take like 20%. Well, the big things are like 20% of your time. Like, you know, doing the rear end and everything like that. It's all the little things and the little fittings and stuff, and like stuff that like trips you up is a pain in the backside, because even stuff like to do with drive shaft sensor, I had to change the yoke, which actually, fun fact for you, the Mark Williams yoke, you don't need to shorten your drive shaft. It's like a direct replacement for the stock yoke, which is great. You need if you're using a stock drive shaft like me, I have it's an aftermarket steel shaft, but it's a stock style yoke. You need a conversion U-joint, and that's it, and caps, because the Mark Williams ones doesn't come in caps, but you can buy them as well. And yeah, it's going to be so nice to have that. I was thinking we're going to have to shorten the drive shaft or lengthen the drive shaft, and we'll have a new one. So yeah, this is going to be a really, really good change, so hell yeah. Alright, so drive shaft is back in. I have changed. So we now have drive shaft speed sensor. So this setup is actually perfect for this car in terms that we didn't have to change the drive shaft length at all. This is a Mark Williams yoke with caps and the Motion Raceworks sensor, well, the ring, and then the Rive sensor. Now obviously it's not bolted down yet, we've not done the spacing. There's obviously wiring from here to go into the car. But yeah, only downside with this setup is because this is a stock drive shaft, you need a 1310 to 1350 U-joint, and they are all greasable. You can't get ones without greasing them. So Taylor is currently working on the anti-roll bar, which is amazing. And this car will stop squatting. But yeah, here's another look. Coilovers in on these like brackets which QA1 supply with this kit for this car. So we could change out these. I know Red Hat Scotty wants these arms, so I'm just going to leave them as is. Got the sway bar mounts off, which taking that sway bar on, because we're putting that sway bar, anti-roll bar, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we have still got a ton to do. Obviously belly pan's got to go on, but that's not a problem right now. So Edelbrock stuff I'm leaving until I get to Edelbrock. Anti-roll bar, parachute, and the cable and the handle are there. We have the kit for the roof mount. So for the roof tent, which is there, our new livery to go on. This is all being changed, obviously. Yeah. Oh yeah, got that to mount and put in. The radiator is in there, but there's no top mount for it right now. Because it's looking at radiator hoses and stuff like that. So got a top radiator hose on, which is amazing. This radiator hose will just about get onto here, so great. And yeah, short work. I need to figure out why that's doing that. So when you turn it, it's rubbing this, but I think that's probably just because there's all the camber and everything. And then, because this side is not doing it at all, so there might be less camber on this side. But this car has been in a wreck before, so that may also be it. You can't see, but this foam rail is tweaked this way. Yeah, this one looks basically straight. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna go back to it. Alright, we're down to shortlist. Chute to go on. Roof mount, window net, trans fluid, trans sensor for the shifter. That's for the rifle sensor. Seatbelt back in, passenger's got a glue in. Taylor's in there right now welding the roof bars up. The rest of the chute mount, radiator hose. This is all pretty much back together. It's not tidy, it's together. That's the plan we're going for here right now. So yeah, that's it. Radiator's in, mounted, it's secure, which is amazing. This radiator hose we've got is like slightly too long. We need to section an inch out of it here because it lands here with the radiator fitting, which is annoying, but it's the only one in the parts store that they have that'll work, remotely work. So fan is wired up. Yeah, there's the pressure sensor in there now. Before it used to be, remember, the hose came here and was like sucking in, being sucked into the turbo. So the sensor was in the top of the radiator hose, which is here actually. So we're gonna have to do something like that, but not with that piece, to that hose, to shorten it a little bit. And then yeah, we are then, coilovers are in. The car is in desperate need of a bath. Look at that, it's horrendous. And yeah, we're getting there. Front wheels are on. I need to go and get another lug nut because I've only got 4 for each, because we used to be 4 lugs, we're now 5. We're staying the same with 4 lug. Gonna stick with using, it's not this set is sold, but we're gonna stick with using these, which are those which need tires, and there's my radials. Yeah, we're getting there. Hopefully we're done by today. Still got to align the thing. We've got to weld the anti-roll bar in the back. Yeah, we are shortlist. We're supposed to be leaving today, but that's I'm gonna leave tomorrow. Yeah, let's go. Alright, how cool is this? Giant anti-roll bar in the back, tucked up nice and high, linked rolling to the tubes. Our coilovers are in. This rear end is basically done now. Just got to sort something with the brake lines, because they're real close to the anti-roll bar, but they're not mounted anyway, so just need to get them down out the way of everything. We are going to change these. Got a set of adjustable ones at Carl's house, so yeah, I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. Never would have thought I'd seen a shoot on this car, but yeah. So mounted in the hitch mount, just got to run the cable. This lever is mounted right there. Cable is running down along across here. For now it's just here. I'm going to run it through somewhere down here at the bottom into the side. I have the bracket for holding the cable and stuff, so yeah, great. And then now it's a proper drag and drive car. Well, drag car anyway. Big chute in. Cable, all I have to do is zip tie it up against the side. It runs across under there to the handle. Yeah, we verified it, it works. So yeah, stoked. This looks badass. Alright, we've done a ton of work. I am climbing in. Hell yeah. So the battery is dead. I had the pedal and it went, but yeah, that's something to note. Temporary, don't worry about that. We got the bar in, but it's just supporting the roof tent, so now there's none of those, that strap that didn't come across. So yeah, It's not weathered all around, it doesn't need to be. It's not cage certifying stuff, just to support the roof tent. So yeah, lot better. Right, let's see if it all. The fan works, yes. Oh yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this pile is ready for race week. So we've been doing a ton of work on it. We have done 5 local front spindles, 5 local front brakes, 5 local front wheels, done a drive shaft speed sensor, which is fantastic, the cooling system, which is also amazing. Taylor from OK Race Fab, who has a tiny little stick up here. So Taylor and TJ, they were going to redo the cage on this, but they kind of ran out of time, so we made it so that it would be legal for 850, which is great, which means we have to change the door bar on the passenger side, the window net on this side, finish welding some tubes on the top of the cage, and also a cross brace for tent. We changed how we mounted it. So when this comes off now, that means that there will be nothing protruding from the roof here. We didn't do anything in the rear though, it's still in the structure. There'll still be 2 pins essentially that come straight up, but we kind of got to a stage where we're out of time, so we're going to leave that. When the car comes back here to Huntsville in Alabama, we're going to redo the cage completely. I am supposed to have a brand new wrap. As you can see, it's still the old wrap and the old stickers, and they didn't really fare that well from SID week. You can see they're all cracking, and then they started to peel the paint off, which sucks. I had one spare Edelbrock logo which I put on the other side because it was way worse. I'm sure you've probably seen it in some of the previous clips. So yeah, that sucks, but the people that printed the wrap, they did it too small, so yeah, not got the time to go out and get it redone, so that's another thing I'm going to do next time and come around. And also 5 look rear as well. Kyle has kindly gifted me, Kyle from Red Streetcars, kindly gifted me this set of wheels for the rear and then the fronts as well, which is amazing. You'll probably know Red Streetcars and those dudes from this pile of garbage, which is insane, and also head gasket in a tin problem car, which actually didn't blow a head gasket this time, to be fast. This is Taylor's car, again another awesome piece of machinery, which is going to be super fast. Yeah, so only things I need to do is I need to go and fill it with gas. I need to go and get a lug nut, or 2 lug nuts from one on each side, and also a blinker bulb, and that is generally about it. So hit the road. Oh, we did do the parachute mount as well. Handle is in there. The parachute mount slips in where the hitch rack goes, and the cable is inside. I feed it through a hole. Done. Great. Roof tent, amazing. Right, it's time to hit the road. It's only about 1,000 miles to Great Bend from here, so yeah, let's go. So keep having this problem. Yeah. So it's peeing water out the top here, which is probably low now. I have to let it get all the way cold, but yeah, I left the fan off on the highway and it got up to like 108 degrees Celsius, which is like 230, 225, and then it wouldn't come back down again. So yeah. So I noticed also this spinning in the bottom of the transcooler is leaking. You can't get at it from the top because the intercooler's in the way. So undo these 2 bolts, clean the radiator back, get at it from in there, and tighten that while this cools off and whatever. Thankfully, I'm here at the Loves. Thank you, Loves. And yeah, so I did duct tape the side of this, and it helped a ton. The same as this one. Yeah, but you know, little gaps here and there I'm not that worried about. But yeah, that helped an awful lot because it just keeps getting hot. So yeah, we're gonna keep on trucking. I do want to say a very quick but huge thanks to Jeremy Dent from Edelbrock. They knew I had some overheating issues, so I hit up Jeremy because I was going to Edelbrock HQ anyway. He gifted me 2 TCI 13-inch fans to try and help keep this thing cool, and also gave me the valve covers. I did get a tour of the Comp Cams machine shop, and that was super cool for 2 reasons. One, to see what they do behind the scenes and how camshafts are actually made and all the tech that goes into it and all the testing that they do. Also because as I was pulling into the parking lot, the tie rod pulled out of the adjuster on the rack. It pulled the 2 or 3 threads out of the aluminum adjuster. So we went across Memphis to Comp. They machined my adjuster for me so I could thread my tie rod end back in. So that's a huge thanks to them, because without that I would have been screwed, because finding a left-hand tap at a parts store would have been a nightmare. So again, huge thank you to Jeremy, huge thank you to Edelbrock. There's some big things coming in the future with these guys, so yeah, stay tuned. Oh wow, it can't see me. Hey, that's better. Oh, what a day. It is, what time is it right now? It's 9:35. I've been on the road for 13 hours and I've made it 500-600 miles, 500, no, not even that actually, but less than that, 400 miles. Damn. I've not made it any further. So, been battling a really bad overheating problem. Let me show you. So this is the fan shroud that the radiator came with. That's a Spar, well, I think it's a Spar. It's a 16-inch fan that Austin gave me, which should be fine for cooling this thing, but it's just not doing it. Like, it will get to 220 give or take, and it will start puking at the puke tank. And not good. So I'm not going to admit defeat yet. I'm not putting that in it, but I have got one. I have gotten one of these 1360 CFM fans. It's a TCI product, courtesy of. So thank you to those guys. I messaged Jeremy and was like, hey, he says, if you need anything, let me know. I'm like, yeah, I need a radiator fan. So if I had a 16-inch one, I'd put it on that shroud and try it. If we don't, we had a 14-inch, so hence why that's there. I have got another one, so I could, in theory, do a push and pull. It's not big enough to have side by side, but I can do one on the back and then one in the front, and the one on the front is pushing and the one on the back is pulling out. See where I'm going with this? Yeah, we're going to see how this works now. Change the radiator cap because, you know, well, this is the third radiator cap that's on. Jeremy went and bought me one, but it's one with the red release, and it's still puking out the coolant tank, so I'm going to try one without the release, but I know it's a 16 psi or 16 psi cap, so we're going to try that. If that doesn't work, put the K-seal in it. If that still doesn't work, then it looks like I've got to do Headgaskets on this thing. Don't want to do that. So we're going to cruise on down the road, see what it's like. It's 9:30, keep on cruising. So when I stop for gas next, I'm going to put the hood or bonnet back on and then see what's happening. So what you didn't see before is when I went to Edelbrock in Memphis. Fantastic place. I didn't break, I pulled the threads out of the tie rod when I arrived. Literally it pulled the threads out as I pulled into the lot, which was not great. And so yeah, we fixed that. We went to Comp Cams and had a full guided tour, short guided tour, because we were bothered about getting me back on the road. So yeah, so huge thank you, big sponsor of mine, and yeah, go and support the sponsors that support me because they're amazing. And yeah, we had a fantastic time with a lot of stuff I can't tell you because there's some secret stuff going on. And yeah, it's amazing. And there's just the data, the R&D that goes into it is insane. So right, I'm gonna get packed up, hit the road. O'Reilly's is closed. Now I got the last stuff. So yeah, let's get them going. I got my morning coffee. The car's getting its morning coffee. Let's see how this does. Nice little cold start. Oh yeah. Alright, hit the road. Drastic measures. So taking this out to put it next to the intercooler so that the radiator can actually get some direct airflow, which is going to be handy. I don't have a trans temp gauge, so I'm not worried about it. That's the way I'm going to work right now. Huge shout out to these guys. Let me use this sharp recommendation from Chris Story, thank you. and yeah, it's not good news though. So you notice it's back together. All of this water on the floor throughout the shop. You can see everyone's over here, under there, all over here. It's about all the coolant out idle, and yeah, so it needs a set of head gaskets. So what I'm going to do is, it's 1:30. Danny, you know Danny from my co-pilot on Mega Week, he's actually working in Arkansas. He's driving to Kansas City. No, he's driving to Great Bend to watch us for day one, and then he's going to Texas to work. So he's actually coming this way. He's going to grab a U-Haul, drag me up to Great Bend, and then we're going to do head gaskets on this thing tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a long night. Alright, I'm here in the back of a Wild Wings parking lot. Pull the heads off this thing. So, yeah, let's have fun with that. Done both head gaskets, I think, or one, I don't know. But we're going to get those torn down, and yeah, put head gaskets back in the thing, so. Not what I wanted to be doing, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm waiting on Danny. Danny's going to be here in about 2.5 hours. So to kill the time, I can have the heads off this thing in like less than that time. So get the heads off, get it checked out, see if anything is like, you know, really, really wrong. And then that gives us an idea of how screwed I am. So let's go. Alright, this is the only second time this car has been on the U-Haul trailer. The first time ever was when Crystal bought it and picked it up on a U-Haul trailer, so yeah. Not a good environment for it to be on, but yes. Danny's here. Hi. Thankfully, in the workshop, not towing the trailer, so yeah. To Great Bend, it's like 4.5 hours at least from here, in a car. Let's go. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, let's go. Alright, both heads are off. Pretty carboned up, we're going to clean it up. No massively witness marks of a serious leak, but yeah. We're going to start getting this thing back together. Alright, it's basically back together with minus valve covers. We're just going to crank it over and see what happens. Check for leaks. No? Does that spin over nice? Rockers all moving. Okay. Oh yeah. Alright, we made it. Car is basically back together. Going up to the driver's meeting and handing my tech card. And yeah, let's go from there. It's been a rough day. Like, filthy. A ton of people have been helping, which has been great. So yeah, it's been a long day. Thankfully though, cloudy and we didn't get roasted. Definitely helped. Alright, let's go. Got the alternator apart because it was hitting the corner of the new valve cover. So, came up with a great idea of clocking the alternator around, because it's a symmetrical 3-bolt pattern, so you can unbolt it, clock it down and back down one click, so to speak. So yeah, we're going to do that. Doesn't sound too bad.
Happy? Happy.
Alright, we're getting ready to go make a hit. The sun's going down, we've been working all day. Head gaskets are done. I loaded the tune from Sick Week when it went 990 and switched to E85 because it had pump fuel in it. So, yeah, we'll get to going. Alright, there was a big oil down. I am in the lanes. Lane 0, because I am a 0 on car, so they're going to run the rest of the big block, we think, and then us. So get ready, and then let's go.
That'll work. Hey, we'll take it. After all the stuff that man went through, to come back from doing the head gaskets, getting towed in from Tulsa, and go at 10:15. Dude, that's a win right there, 110%. Woo!
Thank you, sir. Hey, we're 10:15. That's not bad. 136. That's right where 990 tune-up is from Sick Week. We're really bad DA right now, so hey, that's something at least.